The other emotional anniversary, it was 6 years ago today we lost Sharonda Coleman Singleton, DePayne Middleton doctor, Reverend Clemente Pickney, Cynthia Graham Hurd, Myra Thompson, Susie Jackson, Daniel Simmons, Tywanza Sanders, and Ethel Lance. 9 names, 9 lives taken by a white supremacist at Mother Emanuel 6 years ago today. 9 people whose legacy of love and forgiveness will never be forgotten here in the Holy City. Many people spent part of their day outside of that Calhoun Street sanctuary. Some left flowers, others just stopped to pray, not just for the fallen, but also for the survivors, many of whom have struggled to continue on without their loved ones. And we've seen so many people offering their thoughts on social media today. Here's a message from Mount Pleasant Mayor Will Haney, a simple picture with the 9 names. Charleston County tweeted that same image, saying, "We will never forget the pillars of our community." And Representative Nancy Mace tweeted about grieving the 9 souls tragically taken 6 years ago, adding the light, love, and forgiveness shown by family members and fellow parishioners has been awe-inspiring. Representative James Clyburn made sure to honor the survivors in his message today. He pointed to an ongoing issue that still hasn't been resolved.
As we pause to commemorate the 6th anniversary of the Emanuel 12, I like to call them, we must keep in mind that the efforts that we have undertaken to close what we now call the Charleston Loophole must be redoubled.
And it's not just politicians, but even the pastor at Mother Emanuel who says that loophole must be closed. Our Ann Emerson live at Mother Emanuel tonight, joining us more with this angle of the story. Ann?
Well, Dean, you know, ever since the shooting here, the tragedy here at Mother Emanuel 6 years ago, lawmakers have been struggling to come to terms with it and how they can work together to solve these kind of issues. And in March of this year, the House of Representatives narrowly voted to pass a bill championed by Representative James Clyburn, a bill that would have hopefully closed the Charleston loophole. The loophole is widely considered to be a gap in federal law which allows gun sales to move forward without a completed background check after 3 days. Now, this bill would lengthen the time from 3 to 10 days for a background check. That might have kept Dylan Roof from buying the gun used in the shooting. And Dylan Roof had a drug charge that didn't come up in that background check. Now, that bill is languishing in the Senate right now, and the pastor at Mother Emanuel says we need to put partisan politics aside to get this loophole closed, and he believes the way forward is with this legislation.
We had it within our wheelhouse to stop this particular tragic event because if the law was in place, then he would not have been able to purchase it.
The loophole bill is actually a misnomer. It doesn't close a loophole. It would have never prevented the mass murderer of the Emanuel 9 from actually buying a gun.
Well, and that was Representative Nancy Mace, who voted against the Charleston loophole bill in March. She says it's not longer background checks, but more effective ones that are needed. Plus, she believes the entire system needs to be modernized. And coming up at 6, we're going to hear more from Representative Mace about why she thinks that would work and what exactly that would mean. Working for you tonight live at Mother Emanuel Church in downtown Charleston, I'm Ann Emerson. Back to you in the studio.